What's up, everybody? We're back here on YouTube. Apologies for the technical difficulties. It was a Streamlabs update, so there you go. David, if you want to go ahead and jump on Zoom, man, and talk to everybody, or jump on Facebook here where people can hear you at least, that'd be great. But I got my YouTube partner David in the house right now. For how long, I don't know, but for how long it is, I'm happy to have him. And we're happy to chat with him and get this moving, right? There we go. And there we go. All right. So, are you still wanting to jump in video chat or no? Up to you if you just want to chill and chat. Either way. Whatever you feel like doing. But I'm just doing a mock. Alright, so for those that have returned on YouTube and missed what I was doing with this mock draft, we had just begun. We got 13th pick right now. We were 18th projected last year, but now we're 13th. So, we had a few names thrown out there earlier in the stream as far as people we could look at. But again, I'm going to caution people, this is my mock draft. So, these are the picks and the trades that I'm making. If you don't agree with it, then type it in chat why you don't agree with the certain pick, and tell me who you would have picked instead and why. But this is what we're doing right now. So, yeah. Let's talk to Tennessee here. So, again, we're moving down to pick 70. That's the ultimate goal, is getting as many picks as we can through trades as we move down to 70. Now, this is just if we were drafting today. No cuts, nothing made. And we keep everybody that we have right now. This is how I see our draft going. There's no guarantee. Most of these defensive players that we have for this supposedly top 2 defense, as Scott Fitterer says it is. I say top 12, in the league, but what do I know? We're top 2 in some categories. I don't check those ratings, I go by what I see and what I believe, so I like this trade right now because this does get us a 95 and a 133, but my pick would be around pick 90, to ensure that we get who we want. And there's a reason for it. I have a certain player in mind. And if you guys have seen my prior 2 mock drafts, you already know who it is. So, my question is, what can we get out of this? I also have a certain player I'm looking at 200 as well. So, I wonder if we can't just trade these 2 picks in and get the picks that we want in a future trade. That's what I want. Um, that could work. That could work. We'll give you another 7th for a 6th. You could do that. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I don't know that we can do that, but we'll see. Deal. All right. We made it happen. Now, Saints go for Sam Howell. Expected. And again, we're trading out of the first round now. So, and I think it's time we start making a couple of moves here. Instead of relying on everybody else to throw trade offers at us. Because I'm not feeling this one. A 2nd and a 5th. Okay. Okay. What picks do you have? Okay, that's an 82. I want the 82. So we'll trade in the 2nd. A 5th round pick. Okay. I'd be down for the 158 instead of the 5th round for next year. Okay. We could do that. That's what I want. And I would be willing to move one of those thirds for a pick with for a trade with somebody else for one of those spots that we have a need for after 158. So that would set us up. But I want a couple of picks though. That's what I want. Deal. Now, again, we're going for JT Smith as our quarterback pick from Georgia. That's what we're aiming for. They want us to move down to 100, not happening. They want us to move that 200 up for a 93. No, but we can negotiate. We could certainly negotiate. How about instead of that, we do a 3rd. You still give us the 93, but I want one of these picks as well. Hmm. I'm trying to. I was getting people in. Um. A 134 and a 137, maybe. Let's see what we can do with it. Deal. All right. Alright. So here's what we're looking at. A force for a third. Hmm. No. Go fish. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 picks. 73 ain't it. And here's what I want to do. I want to talk to who has the pick that I need. That ain't it. I don't remember who it was that has the pick I need. It was New England, maybe? No. Bucks, possibly? No, they're at 91. I want that pick 70. Who has pick 70? Chargers, don't they? Chargers. Okay, there's pick 90. Pick 90 is what I want. 5. And the 93. I want a third, and I want pick 90. There's a reason why I want pick 90 very specifically. You'll find out. Nah, I'm just going to trade. Mm. 95 and the 93 for the 90. Sounds fair to me. I want a 256. 256 is 6th round. Nah, 70. Okay. How could we make this work? I would like a 220. Does that give me what I want? Done. All right. Now we just have to figure out who has pick 70. Cowboys have it. Okay. Let's talk to Dallas. I want pick 70. 203 is not a bad choice. The 166 would benefit us more. I feel like, anyway. Okay, let's do it. Done. All right. That guarantees we're going to get Alex Lindstrom. That guarantees we're going to get Emil at 98 there. He'll be picked up at 90. Which means 82 is open to do what we want with for a trade. That's what I want. Now, 104 and you'll see what I'm about to do with this in a minute. 104 is going to be a defensive player. And that's going to be Tyke Smith. Tyke Smith from Georgia. Or Isaiah Paulomeo. One of the two will be coming to. Most likely, we're going to miss on Tyke Smith, which is fine. If we miss on that, I want Isaiah. Based on what was talked about before. Oh, you guys can't even see this. There we go. Huh. There we go. Well, you guys heard me talk about him, so there you go. Now you can see it on chat. All right. That's why that 104 was important. We needed that. Was to ensure we get a good safety. Now, 133, 134. You're about to see why I'm interested in that. Let's see. I think it was edge rusher, was it? Trying to remember. There was a corner around this area too. Let me see. Nope. It must have been an offensive guy then. Oh, okay. All right. So, having acquired Emo at offensive guard, we would then move on to Marquis Hayes from Oklahoma at 133, which would be there. I believe he'll still be there. If he is not, then we start moving on to into the tackle area, which would give us a pair of Georgia tackles plus Wanya in that same round of round 4. Round 5. We got 3 picks in round 5. Those are going to be your extras. Which is going to be where does JT Daniels get taken? Okay, 165. So that'll be the start of round 5 is picking JT Daniels up and making sure we have him. 155, 158 is going to be defensive players where we can start hunting for some of these guys like Jordan or Mathis would be available from Alabama. I like that pick a lot right there. So that's an option. Edge rushers. We got a pair of Alabama edge rushers down here. So if we're interested in that, we can wait a little bit. But I would like a linebacker. The Alabama guys are going to be gone. So you still have Shane Lee. Shane Lee's still going to be there. Corner. Sheridan Jones is still there. Chandler Jones is still there. And we got Roger from Auburn. Still there. Safety. And see, we're already going to have Tyke Smith. Who I want after that is Pat Fields down here. So we have the picks to do that in round 5. We can have a bit of fun. Pick 200 in particular. There's a reason for pick 200. You're going to see who that is. Very shortly. Jordan Williams from Clemson is still there. As well as one will have already been taken by that point by us. So there's also a couple wide receiver options right there. And there's DJ. Or JT. JT Daniels. Alright, so with all of that in mind, that is the draft plan right now. As of right now. Again, we are just simply setting ourselves up. So we're going to continue. There goes Patterson from Notre Dame. This is our pick right here. We want to go ahead and take Lindstrom from Boston College. The Browns took Tyke Smith. Oh, yikes. See, that's the gamble you take, man. With some of these trades, man. That's the guy I had my eye on, was Tyke Smith. So, that means we go for Isaiah Palomeo. And the uncle of Isaiah is Troy Polamalu. And we all know who this guy is, man. We all know who that monster is. So, we already know what's about to happen. And my thought is, alright, so pick 90, right? Pick 90, I had Emo for that. Lock Poppy says, "Do you remember the linebacker we signed in the offseason? His name was John Burns or Bynes. John Bynes. Yes, I do. I do remember him. Yeah. Um, what about him? I sure do, buddy. Um, I think pick 90 has to be Emil, the offensive guard from Alabama. I think that's obviously what we want. And I did a lot of trade down options here to make this happen. So it's a shame we won't get Tyke, but that's okay. We got a solid replacement. With Emil being the 90th pick, we can move 82 now since we got our offensive center. Lock Poppy says John Bynes is playing for the Ravens now, and he made 2 really good goal line defensive stops for them. And about how to pick with one hand. Wow. And it reminded me of our motto: be careful of who you cut. Wow. Mmm. I told you. I told you, folks. Yep. Definition of it right there. Wow. Thank you for that info, Lock Poppy. I appreciate it. That being said, I'm starting to think this management is bringing in trash and then cutting good players. Because I'm not a fan of that Matt Barkley pickup at all. At all. 11 touchdowns, 22 picks. That's not it. That's not even practice squad material. And I'm still not sold on PJ this year. I'd have him at third string quarterback. I don't think I'd put him at practice squad because I'm afraid to let go of what the talent that he can bring you, like he did in 19 and 20. You know, I'm not ready to give up on that train just yet. But, you know, I wanted a backup quarterback, and if Cam Newton was going to be a backup quarterback and okay with it, by all means, bring him in. You know, as a backup, I'd be cool with it. You know, then we wouldn't have the situation we're in right now where we have to rely on PJ against the Arizona Cardinals. Like, why? It makes no sense. So, you know, you're sitting here at week 9 and then suddenly, oh, now we care. You know, when your ceiling is at 8 wins, I don't get it. I don't get it, folks. Why didn't we do this weeks ago? Why didn't we do it weeks ago? Why did we not get that phone call going with Cam Newton weeks ago? He could have resurrected our season. Another wasted year by this management, I tell you what. Frustrates me to no end. All right, Pats want me to upgrade from a 220 to a 170. Um, so the 220 is what round? 220 is sixth round. Y'all want me to move up to a 170, which is a fifth round. Okay. Okay. Nah, I think that's a waste. Unless I get something out of it. That's a waste. All right, Rams. Y'all want me to move it down to 100? I'm interested. Because there was a player I was looking at around a 100 pick. Um, y'all want me to move the fifth for a 141. And an LA Rams fourth. I don't know that I can do that. That really screws me up for the 2023 draft. Because, see, we're sitting here with a first, 2 second rounds, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. I don't want to screw up that order right there. That looks real nice right there. We got the 90, which we need for one email for our pick there. I am interested in the 100 though. That does interest me. The fifth for the no. If you're willing to do a 100 and a 141, we have a bunch of picks this year, so maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12. I may be willing. To give up that 220. Possibly. Maybe. Oh God, that's tough. Let me see what pick is that 70? Okay, you're 132. Got it. Okay. That's what I'm interested in. Finding out there. All right, we're going to disregard the fourth and the fifth there. Okay, that interests me right there. I may be willing to toss out a 220 maybe for that. Let's try it without the 220. Let's see what happens. I don't think it's going to happen though. But we'll try it anyway. Let's see. Done. Okay. All right. We didn't even lose the. Okay. I'm down. Not bad. All right. Okay, so we're at pick 90. This really sets us up, I think. We're looking at Emo. Let's get him. That's a guard. Okay. Pick 100. Now here's where things get interesting. All right, 132. We have to make sure. All right. I've got a couple of tackles. I've got a couple of there's a few players I've got on my brain right now that I'm interested in. We got our center, so we're not worried about that anymore. Defensive. That's the guy I'm going to start targeting is Polomeo. This is why I moved this pick down. 132. For a Dallas fifth. 202. Okay, 220 is bottom of round 6. Yeah, I would maybe think about that. I'd maybe think about that one. I would like an extra fifth next year. I wouldn't mind it. Um, you know what? That's a very intriguing offer. Let me get Zoom set up here real quick, and then I don't think anyone's really gonna join Zoom tonight, but you never know, right? That's why you do it. There we go. All right, back to it. What am I planning on doing with that 220? That's my question. What do I have plans for that 220 pick? So let's kind of run through our options here and let's see what I'm doing with it. You know, is there a player I want with it? All right. So assuming we go for Isaiah here, um, what happens then? What's up, Vietnam? How you doing, man? All right. So JT Daniels sits at 165. All right. So we need to pick him up around. All right. Assuming we make this deal with Dallas, they want us to trade down to 107. So we would pick up JT Daniels at 107 before we start messing around with offensive tackles. And with offensive tackles, you're looking at a pair of Georgia tackles. You want to put them together, and you also want Wanya, which is why we have these three picks right here: 133, 134, and 137. Um, so that's the thought right now. Vietnam. I can't stay long, but I need to know your thoughts on Cam coming back. How can we win with the O line and play calling? I just wish we had done this weeks ago. You know, when our ceiling was 9 or 10 wins. You know, you bring in Cam Newton, it's still going to be 9 or 10 wins, but depending on when you bring him in, because PJ is not it. You know, but the thing is, when you bring him in at 8, it's like a desperation call. You know what I mean? I don't like this. I don't like that quarterback Matt Barkley that we brought in. I don't like his numbers at all. 11 touchdowns for 22 picks. Not the way to go. That's practice squad material, if that. So I don't know why we're wasting money on that when we could be putting it towards like a bonus to try to get Cam Newton to come back next year uh, for a future contract. Um, Same with the other quarterback. You know, if we were not going to sign Cam Newton, then fine, go for the other quarterback that we have now. But since we did sign Cam Newton, why waste your money on those two quarterbacks when we could have just done that 2 weeks ago? You know what I'm saying? Like we're running circles right now. Management is running circles, and I don't like it. you know, when we don't need to. You should be anticipating these issues before the season even starts. That way we don't run into the situation we're in right now. You know, get a solid backup quarterback. Pay attention to PJ's overthrows. And we wouldn't be in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Cam Newton's willing to play backup, problem solved. 10 mil? Sure. Shell it out. For a quality backup quarterback. I'm down. I'm 1,000% down to do that. And maybe a little bonus check to see if we can get him next year. You know, a little incentive, you know, a little bit of money. He might go up on it. How can we win with the O-line and play calling with Cam in? Well, Cam's going to create his own playbook. That's number one. He and Joe are going to be constantly at odds. It's going to be a series of audibles whenever Cam starts. It really is throughout the entire game. So with the offensive line, it's going to be a repeat of 2018 where Cam plays behind a terrible O-line, running for his life. And we really just need to survive the season and try to build up a line for him, which is what I'm trying to do with these mock drafts is give him a line, you know, so that we don't have that problem anymore. And, you know, strictly speaking, we haven't even talked about the future, which will be next year. But I've already come up with a plan for that earlier, which I said in the earlier part of the stream. But are we committed to trying to get 8 wins and maybe winning a wild card game? But that's as far as we go with Cam Newton and a terrible O-line and Joe Brady? Or are we willing to tank out, get some draft picks, see how many of these defensive players we can keep, trade Sam and Robbie, and get a 3rd-round pick, replacing the one we lost, trade out of the 1st round, get us a 2nd and 3rd, setting us up so that we can now get offensive linemen to protect Cam. Sean Chandler would be gone. All these practice squad quarterbacks will be gone that we just brought in. So then at that point, after you drafted your offensive lineman, then you go for a safety, which I was looking at Tyke Smith from Georgia. And then you want I think whatever spot we don't manage to keep on the team after the roster cuts. So that would be the next possible spot that we would start looking at after that. And maybe look at JT Daniels from Georgia in the 4th round as a backup to Cam Newton and PJ Walker, you know. Keep PJ Walker as the 3rd string quarterback, you know, and let Daniels learn under Cam Newton. Let him learn under a pro, you know, a veteran, a Super Bowl contender, you know. And once he's ready, we'll bring him in if Cam gets hurt. You know, we'll have that situation taken care of. Hopefully by that point, PJ will have his game figured out to where he's not overthrowing the moon. And, you know, we'll have a solid number 3. So quarterback problem solved, offensive line problem solved, safety problem solved. So then we move CJ Anderson and AJ Boye for picks. Hopefully for an offensive lineman. But there you go. That's what I'm thinking should happen. Now, as far as contract money, that's going to be complicated. We'll see what happens there, but that's the plan right now. Vietnam says, I don't know either. We should have done this last offseason instead of bringing in Sam. Exactly. With that, we need those picks for the future and build around Cam. Rounds 2 and 3 will be hot for offensive linemen. We need to jump on those 2 rounds, which is why I'm asking for us to get that second round pick back and 2 third rounds out of these trades. That's what I want. The objective here is as many picks during those rounds as we can get. Second, third, and fourth. That way we can build around what we already have and ensure that we get safety help, which is what we need desperately. And I'd include a center in that too. I want a center in that mix up too. Because the guy we have right now is just not cutting it behind Paradis. It's just not cutting it at all. So I want a center and an offensive tackle and an offensive guard, maybe double up on an offensive tackle. Probably would be the move during those picks. So that's my thoughts on it. I love Cam coming back, man. I never had a problem with him being cut in the first place. It was just his decision making after the concussion. That kind of had me questioning, because as far as that goes, he's on par with Teddy Bridgewater, which is not good, And he has an excuse. He has a good excuse. Teddy Bridgewater did not. He was just that level of knowledge, And that's not saying Teddy can't get smarter, with his decision making, but it's just not there. But Cam brings that veteran presence back. He brings that offense that we need. But I can see him butting heads with Joe just constantly, and it's just not going to be pretty to look at. But it's so great having him with us again. I love the guy personally. I think he's a fantastic guy, and I just wish he would stop focusing on social media and focus more on winning. You know what I mean? Get off social media, focus on winning games. That's what I want. Dolphins are blowing out the Ravens right now. Wow. Looks like the Dolphins figured out their offense finally. Excellent. I had a feeling it was Tua, man, because the rest of the offense was running smoothly. They were still running with like 14 to 17 points a game. And, Tua is nursing an injury. So once he finally got healthy again, it's just like, oh, wow. Well, the offense finally woke up. What's the score right now? Anybody got it? I'm interested in that. I could look that up myself, actually. Hold up. ESPN. Let me see. I'm curious about this one. Ooh. Or what was the score most likely? Okay, 22 to 10. Okay, yeah. See, with Tua not having that injury, that kind of changes how the Dolphins offense functions. It gets better. You'd like to see a few more weapons added on to Tua and what he's doing. But that's a nasty group right there on offense. Don't sleep on him. He's right. He's absolutely right. Don't sleep on him. And after the mock draft, I'll go into kind of what the other teams are doing too, or what they were doing. Actually, we could do that right now, if you guys want to. We'll just make it quick. Falcons, Dallas. Obviously, Dallas wins by a big margin. Colts and Jacksonville. I got Colts. New England versus the Cleveland Browns. I've got tough one. I've got to go with. That's going to be a close one. That's a 50-50. I don't know. Depends on which quarterback plays better. And that can change each day, so you don't know. Buffalo against the Jets. Buffalo, obviously. Detroit and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, obviously, by a big margin. Tennessee Saints. Tennessee probably will win that one by about 10. Tampa Bay over Washington. I see Tampa Bay winning by a big margin. Washington is trash. We're going to get blown out by the Cards. That's just obvious at this point. I don't see a win there. We got PJ starting that game, so it's going to be bad. Minnesota versus the Chargers. Chargers win, obviously there. Denver's been playing a little bit better, so I see them getting that win over Philly. Green Bay will get that win over Seattle by about 14 probably. Raiders and Chiefs, I see most likely the Raiders winning that one. Chiefs are really struggling there right now. Rams and San Francisco. I got San Francisco playing decently on defense, but I don't think it's going to matter against that Rams team. I think the Rams take that one. So that's my week 10. Week 9. Let's analyze these scores a little bit. Colts over the Jets, not a surprise there. Interesting that the Jets pulled 30 points on the Colts, though. So we'll watch their offense carefully. Baltimore 34 over the Vikings. Expected. They barely beat the Vikings, so I don't know if that translates into anything exciting this year for the Ravens, but we'll see. Wild card contender for sure. But it does not surprise me that the Dolphins are blowing out the Ravens right now by 12 points. Doesn't surprise me. Because the Dolphins are a much better team than much better. Their defense has always been good. Their offense has been struggling. So, New England obviously beat us by a good margin. That's an expected score that I predicted, actually, 24-point margin to our 6. Yep. Cleveland 41-16. Yep. Expected. Cincinnati's in a decline right now. Denver 30 over 16. Dallas. That's the one that shocked me. I was not expecting that. Jacksonville 9-6 over Buffalo. What in the world happened to Buffalo? What happened there? I'm curious. You got my attention, but I just want to make sure that mock draft continues there. But we'll go back to that in a minute. 9-6. What in the? Did their quarterback get hurt? That's what I want to know. Did Josh Allen get hurt? Because Trevor Lawrence was only hitting 15 for 26. There's no way, No, he didn't get hurt. What happened there? 6 catches for 85, 4 catches for 65 from Diggs and Sanders. I don't know what happened there, man. Look at all these catches in yards. What in the world happened? I know Buffalo's defense is this good, but I didn't know the Jaguars' defense was that good to keep them to 6 points. That one's kind of an anomaly for me. I'm sorry. I don't understand that one. But okay. We'll continue on. Miami 17 over Houston 9. See what I'm talking about? Miami averaging about 17 points there. That's what I was talking about before Tua got healthy again. Falcons beat the Saints 27-25. Falcons got thrown a bone there, I think. My opinion. Giants beat the Raiders 23-16. The Giants have been averaging about 23 points. It's not good enough to win games, but it's good enough to survive. You know, against a struggling Raiders team that had trouble last week. Chargers back on the hunt again, 27-24. They were playing well. KC with a 13-7 win. There's the shocker of the week right there, because Green Bay's been playing so well, and then they go into KC and they think, well, we could just do the same thing in KC. Nope. KC's defense says, nope, not today. I'm with you. So Arizona 31-17. See, this is what I'm talking about. 31 points average by the Cardinals every week. This is what we got to watch out for. We may be able to keep them to 28, but I don't think anything lower than that would be realistic at this point. Tennessee 28-16 over the Rams. Interesting score there. Derrick Henry must have been going ham. I could see it. For sure, I could see it. Pittsburgh 29 over the Bears 27. Both teams have been struggling. I could see that score for sure. So that's what we're doing with there. So there you go. So let's get back to this mock draft, shall we? Let's do it. All right. Right, so the three tackles I'm looking at are 133, 134, and 37 picks. 137 picks. So that's going to be Warren, Jemery, and Wanya. So that's three tackles right there. Then you got a 141 pick. The 141 pick And like I said earlier, you got JT Daniels. That'll probably be the 141. That's most likely going to be the 141 pick. I don't see taking him this early at 104 or 100. But at the same time, I don't want him to be gone either. So 141 sounds reasonable. We do have the 146, so if there is a player I want before him, I can go and grab him and be safe doing so. But at the moment, it would have to be a defensive player. So at this point, it's safety. Again, I'm looking at Pat Fields, late round. That's 5th round. Sorry. Excuse me. Linebacker. We've got I'm trying to find the guy I'm looking for. We got Shane Lee here from Alabama. Would be an excellent choice should we wish to go linebacker, which I think I will. Edge rusher. Do I want to push? Oh, okay. There's 2 edge rushers down here, so we can use those in the 5th round as well. Should we wish to do that? 6th round, actually. We'll get one of those in the 6th. And that last 6th will probably be the other one. Defensive tackle wise. Ooh, excuse me. We're looking at Mathis. We're looking at Jordan Williams down here. We do have DJ Dale. We got Wyatt. So we got options at defensive tackle around this area at 200 range. Which is why I would prefer to use that 156 on one of them. We'll just see how that rolls. Maybe they'll be there, maybe they won't. But we'll see. But that's what I'm looking at right now. So being that this pick is at 100, there was a guy at this area that I was looking at. Okay, Marquis Hayes. I'm trying to remember who it was. Sorry about the reset on the stream. It's been doing that all night. It's weird. I had to update the Streamlabs during the middle of the stream, which sucked. I'm trying to think who was the 100 player that I was looking at. That's really weird. I don't know. Something just tells me it was Tyke Smith, I think. Yeah, I think it was Tyke Smith. Who went to oh shoot. Yeah. He went to Georgia, the 79th pick. Yikes. Alright. So who are our options this early up? We've got the defensive tackle options start here at 171, 193. Linebacker options start at 214. Who's here at corner? No. Safety. Again, I'm going for Pat Fields down here too. If I can get him at 220, would be very nice. To have a second safety option would be great. From a top school like Oklahoma. So we got one option so far. Guard. We can get Marquis Hayes. I say we go for Hayes and we go for our safety option while we have a chance. I think that's the play here. JT's safe for a good while. Although we don't want to wait too long. Sawyer, Wanya, Warren. They're all safe for a while. We could get Marquis Hayes right now. Yeah, we could do it. 132 versus a. Let me see. 133. Okay. Well, we already got our guard, so if we miss on the guard, that's okay. I want to make sure we get Isaiah here. That's the point here. Yep. Offensively, we want Hayes. This is playing out exactly like I wanted it to. The only person we missed out on was Tyke Smith so far. Which, I mean, we got a solid safety option anyway, so. Thus far, A+ grades so far on this draft, as far as where I want people to go. Okay. Not bad. Everybody kept away from the tackles, which is good. That's very good. Now, this is where it's going to start getting a little hairy. I want these 3 tackles. We don't have to have all 3, but I gotta have Wanya. That's definitely a must. We can't let that man slip to round 5. Otherwise, he's gone. And generally, when you want offensive linemen, you want them from the same school. If you're lucky enough to get them from the same school, you're gonna have a great chemistry already right out of the gate with rookies. So I like McClendon. I like Sawyer. Let's grab them both. Okay. Now, this pick is the complicated one because I want JT Daniels, but I've got to make sure I get Wanya. So I've got to make sure I get both on this one, or we're in trouble. And gamble they don't go after him. Okay, 141 to 152. That's still within range. Okay. So a 220 for a 191. Interesting. Higher pick in the 6th round. For a little move down. Huh. Okay. We could do it, but I mean it's kind of pointless. My opinion, I think it's kind of pointless. I mean, look, we're already set up for next year. So if I was going to make a move, it would have to be for a next year pick. I'm already set up for this year as well, pretty much. If I need somebody, I can always move that that extra second and pick up a couple of picks, if I need them. But right now, I'm not seeing the need to. You know, it's kind of counterproductive. I'm particularly happy with what I've got here. So this is going to be 3 tackles here. That's going to be the third one. So then we move on to defensive players here in the 5th. So mainly we're looking at defensive tackle, linebacker, maybe an edge rusher, right? We've got 4 picks in the 5th. How many picks do we have in the 6th? We have 1 in the 6th. Okay. We have 2 in the 6th. Okay. Yeah, I think we're set, man. We're set. We don't need to make this move. There's no point. Let's just go ahead and get our guys. And those 2 picks in the 6th allow us to get like a wide receiver or a backup center. You know, double up on them. Like I said, we doubled up on guard. We doubled up on tackle. We're going to double up on safety here soon. So that'll be one of these 2 picks probably. 155, 158. You know, so we're setting ourselves up, man. You know, I'm happy with this. I don't need to make a move. I won't want you. I'm going to make sure I get this dude right here. Based on that scouting report, that is just a nasty scouting report. I love it. Love it, dude. All right, so 171 now becomes a player. Here is Mathis. Now, if we miss on him, Jordan Williams is still here. If we miss on that, it's probably going to be Devontae Wyatt from Georgia. So I want a solid flock of Georgia seniors because these guys are really playing lights out ball this year. I don't know enough about DJ Dale and they haven't scouted him yet. So that's why I'm kind of leaning away from DJ right now until I know more about him. But Clemson guys you can never go wrong with on defense. It's very rare if you ever do. Jabari Ellis from South Carolina is still there if you miss on all of those. So we have a solid defensive tackle flock right here to choose from. So I'm not in a hurry, you know. Defensive end. Do we want a defensive end? That's the thing. We could go for Justin here. 237. You know, I'll do that later. Right now, Mathis is looking like the strongest contender for this pick right here at 146. However, you know, I had Trey Dean the third mentioned in the stream before. Somebody liked him. I like Pat Fields myself, so I'm probably going to go for Pat later on. We got our tackles. We got our guards now. If we want to triple up on guard, we can. There is an option to do that, but I don't really think that's necessary. Yeah, I don't think that's necessary. I'm good. Is fine. Wide receiver. Oh, we have a chance at Jamerson Williams, a wide receiver. We could go for it, man. We could go for this. I like this. We don't have to make that pick for the defensive tackle until 155. We don't have to jump on it that soon. So picking up a wide receiver this early at 146 would be nice, dude. I kind of like that. There aren't many left after that. I don't know enough about Frank Ladson to really 100% be sold on him enough to pick him. And I've seen him end up on the list still after a couple of mock drafts. So I like this. Jamerson Williams here, man. I like this. Hold up. Before we make this pick. Okay. Grant is a 264. Got it. All right. Jamerson Williams sold. Let's do it. They're not even going for the people I want. This is the beautiful part about this. Oh, it's beautiful. 166. Edge rushers. Where did they start again? 237. Okay. Cool. Hmm. Okay. All right, so now we have an option here. We can either go for Mathis from Alabama or we could go for Jordan Williams from Clemson. Either way, I think we win because both are excellent defensive tackles. Um, Personally, I'd rather have an Alabama defensive tackle than I would a Clemson. That's just my take on it. Or you could choose a Georgia guy if you wish. You know, Wyatt's there. So, I mean, we got our picks here. This is beautiful. Um, so if we do this, okay, we're going for Justin at linebacker. So that's 237. We're not in a hurry there. I mean, edge rusher. Linebacker, Shane Lee at 214. We're not in a rush there. Pat Fields is 272. We're not in a rush on that one. And if we want Grant, it's 264. No rush on that. We got our wide receiver already. We got our quarterback. We got our tackle. We got our guard. I say we go defensive tackle here. Let's do it. Okay. They want us to trade down to 171 and we pick up a 196. Interesting. Oh, okay. I'm feeling this. 196 is where? 196 is round 6. Huh. Okay. We could trade that in. I don't want to do that to Minnesota. I don't want to do that to Minnesota, man, because they've got uh only 5 round picks here. If I try to trade that in for a 6 next year, I don't want to do that to them. That just wouldn't be right. You know, only having 5 rounds, nah. I don't want to screw them over like that. But a 196 could really help us this year. Do we need this pick to get what we want? Let's find out. Um, With the 196, we could go after Jordan Williams too and get an extra defense. Or Devontae Wyatt. That's interesting, man. I see opportunities here. All right, so let's kind of tally up what we have in the 200 range, and then we'll go from there. So we're definitely taking Justin here at 237. So that's one. Linebacker wise. Linebacker was one of them as well. Where? Where is he? 214. Okay, that's two. That's two spots. Pat Fields is 3. So we got 3 thus far. 4 if you count Grant. Okay, that's 4. All right, so how many picks beyond? All right, so we got 166, 1, 2, 3. Yep, we need this deal. I like it. And we don't have to go for anybody above a certain spot. Yeah, I like it. For Jordan Williams, there's a chance we may not see him. But we still have a chance at Wyatt, so I don't see why not. Deal. Okay. They're not even after defensive tackle, so I mean, deal. 166. And that pretty much ensures we get everybody else. So I think, yeah. Let's get a pair of defensive tackles here. Happy with it. Very good. I think we're loaded at corner, so we don't really need a corner at the moment. So that puts us in a good position for 200 range now. All right, so 237 for this edge rusher. Linebacker. Linebacker, there he is. 214. All right, so Shane Lee's the leader right now. That's the one we're going to be going for, most likely. I mean, yes, we are losing out on corners, but, I mean, we got plenty. Oh, there's Sheridan Jones. Okay. Maybe we go for Sheridan. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it, guys. Oh, what do y'all think, man? Y'all want a Clemson corner? That's interesting to me. Because we don't have to immediately jump onto some of these guys, man. I'm feeling good. We get an edge rusher. We get a linebacker. 2 of these picks later on here. Edge rusher and linebacker. 220, we're not sure what we're going to do with that just yet. And 196, we can make sure that we get. I don't know, man. How confident are we in? That's what I'm thinking. Like, because we have 1, 2, 3. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4 picks. 4 picks remaining. All right, so 4 picks. We have a linebacker, an edge rusher that we got to pick up, a safety, and a corner. We could do it. We could do it. Let's do it. Okay. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling Sheridan right now. I'm really feeling it. This is a great pick. $196. $196. Then we go for Shane Lee. Yep. 200 pick. Then we go for Justin here. And then we go for Pat Fields. I'm feeling it right now. That's what we're doing. We don't necessarily need another center. We got one. We're happy with it. Boston College center. Pretty much the second best center in the draft. Happy with it, man. I don't see why we can't go for a corner right now. We got our wide receiver already, too. Let's do it, man. Sheridan Jones. Boom. Done. Stay away from my people, man. Stay away. Stay away from them. So far, so good. So far, so good, man. There goes DJ Dale. You can have him. I'm not interested in him anymore. All right, edge rusher. Linebacker. We can go for Shane Lee, 214. All right, so 214. Shane Lee. Boom. There goes Wyatt. That's defensive tackle. That's edge rusher. Justin. Boom. There's Chandler. Okay. Leave my people alone. That's what we like to see right there. That's what we like to see. And 220, Mr. Pat Fields, come on to Carolina. Yes, sir. That's a beautiful draft right there. That's how you set yourself up for next year and get all the people that you want. Sorry this took so long, but when you're doing mock drafts and you really, really want to be um, smart with these trades, and you got people in the chat wanting to talk to you, I feel like, it is going to take a little longer, It is. And we got all these players plus a second and a sixth next year. Look at this. Beautiful, man. All right, so let's go down the checklist of positions. You got Alec from Boston College. Check. Emil, offensive guard. Check. Safety. Check. Marquis Hayes. So we doubled up on the guard. Check. You know. So then we went offensive tackle. We went Warren. We went Sawyer, both from Georgia. JT Daniels from Georgia. So he's going to have two of his former offensive linemen already on this roster. Look at this. So JT's already going to feel comfortable having these two guys on his roster. He's already got chemistry with these guys. All right, so Wanya, offensive tackle. So that's our third one. Wide receiver from Alabama. Check. Defensive tackle from Alabama. Check. Defensive tackle from Clemson. Check. A corner from Clemson. Checking our list off. Assuming we move CJ and AJ. There you go. At corner position, we got our fourth corner. That I can guarantee you is solid because Clemson corners are solid. Point blank, they are solid. Linebackers from Alabama, solid. Edge rusher from Alabama, solid. And a backup safety in case this guy doesn't work out that we got before. I think that's a win-win right there. That's a huge, massive mock draft win right there. I like it. I'm happy with it. Let's go with it. Second round for next year, sixth round for next year. Beautiful draft. You can't ask for anything better than that right there. That's the money draft. But hey, man, shout out to everybody that's been in stream today. We just have to go out there and do our best against the Cardinals. So I can tell you. Shout out to Lock Poppy in Vietnam. On YouTube that have been in my chat. Shout out to David Screws, who's been in my YouTube chat. I'm trying to remember who was in the live stream before that. But for those of you that were, you know who you are. Shout out to you. I appreciate y'all for coming in and hanging out. For Facebook chat here. Let me see if I can pull up this chat. I doubt I can. Shout out to Twerma, my new YouTube partner, David Kesha. Love you, man. Love you. And I think I shouted out everybody in the Facebook chat that's been here. So, shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all. All right. So that will do it for tonight. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all, man. Cam the Man Newton is back. Let's celebrate, baby. Let's celebrate. Welcome home, my king. Welcome home, my guy. We're happy to have you back. Let's celebrate, my guy. Yes, sir. Superman. Yes, sir. Oh, it's good to have him back. Alright, guys. I think we've done enough damage on this stream. I'll see you all next time. Keep pounding, baby. Get some music on for y'all. Keep pounding. Hey, shout out one more time to my man LD. Appreciate you being in the chat, man, on Facebook. Hey, Cam Newton has returned, the people's champ.